smoke is quieting down. Seems like we've got to a lot of the smoke. Dub, you got smoke?
So EMANNY is up there not being all the way honest to balance out the playing field for the woman's perspective? Ice asked him, so you don't believe half of the stuff you say then? And he was like, nah. Aw, man. Ice hit him with the facts. You right. That's that Cameron. That's that Cameron stuff. Yo, Ice, I know what you did. Look at the files.
So I did say to Mel, listen, I want to let you know I'm going to try to help balance this out because I do think at a certain point
You be needing my help.
you are left stranded on the island as the only woman.
Look at her looking at him like the knight in shining armor that he is.
For sure.
This is him cleaning the window off again.
No, I think if we it's a broadcast, and if we want to start balancing certain things out,
you're right.
there should be somebody to either help the woman perspective be heard more
Facts.
by pandering.
That's true.
And that's what I did.
So you didn't believe the shit you were saying.
Sometimes no.
So you were lying.
But there is a such no. That's not lying. There's also a such thing as being objective. So just because you might believe something, you might lean into another point so that we can have an objective conversation.
If you are arguing a point that you don't believe,
people do that all the time.
I'm not talking about people.
They do that from the debate team. Tell them, please.
They do that from the debate team.
Teams that happen.
They lie on the debate team, Joe.
But that's the point.
Why y'all don't lie?
I do lie.
Okay.
I keep telling y'all.
Hold on. Podcasting, you have to tell the truth.
No,
I'm
so
the one that we speaking to.
I keep telling you niggas you don't have to.
Yeah,
no, but if you're not entertaining with the truth, then you should lie. And you should try to make the lies entertaining.
I agree.
Truth or lie, I don't care as long as it's entertaining. I don't care what you're doing.
I feel like I've tried to do a balance of that.
Hey, big dog.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Salute.
So who's second on the transparent?
All right, so you see it. EMANNY admitted that he doesn't always believe everything he says on the pod, right? To keep the even perspectives for Melissa, right? He promised her that he's going to make sure that he keeps it, even and all of that, So, but that raises an important question. Is EMANNY genuinely striving to be, a balanced podcaster? Or is he just positioning himself always to be Superman for Melissa? Is he her savior? I don't know. EMANNY, he does support Melissa a lot, but it could be looked at in two lights. On one hand, it could look like, he's trying to amplify Melissa's voice and provide a more balanced perspective. That's commendable. But now on the other hand, this is a male-dominated environment. The JBP is crazy. You got Ice, you got Ish, you got all of them on there. And making sure that the female viewpoint is heard is critical for a well-rounded discussion. The ladies listen to this too. And EMANNY's role in this could be viewed as just he's a great podcaster, creating diversity, inclusivity. You know what I'm saying? In all the conversations, EMANNY be getting it in. But on the other hand, Ice, he said the comment, EMANNY, this is like washing the windows. And that's, reference to EMANNY back in the days when he came in the pod being Superman, in other episodes, and that could be seen as overstepping into a different territory of chivalry. Dudes be looking at you weird when you do that sometimes. That's why Ice was giving him the, you right, facts and all of that. This perception is further further fueled by other events like EMANNY wiping the snow off Melissa's car. You know that paints a crazy picture too. Crazy. It's like he trying to save her all the time. It's a fine line between supporting your co-host and being an overbearing savior. It's delicate. It's very delicate, but I think EMANNY plays it well. EMANNY's actions could be scrutinized as leaning too heavy on the ladder, but, he's being a man, and some people just be going too hard sometimes too. But Joe Budden's questioning now. You heard what he said at the end. He tried to slip that in, to Ice and Ish, but his technique, it serves as a tool to stir the pot, and get crazy reactions. He does it all the time, and it drives the podcast narrative to be fire. But, when he asks Ish and Ice why they don't lie, and he suggests if their truth, if it isn't entertaining, then they should lie. This is like a casual inquiry that Joe be doing. Just throw those in real quick. But this question appears to be strategic to me. It's like it's like he's challenging them, and potentially undermining both of them. Now, we all know that Ish is seen as entertaining. The fans' perception of Ice, though, is that like he's less engaging, and that puts him in a vulnerable position. Joe's question could be interpreted as mass criticism, aimed more at Ice than at Ish. But by framing it as a question to both, Joe cleverly uses Ish as a buffer to avoid directly attacking Ice. And when Ice defended himself, Joe's dismissive okay further underscored the subtle critique, indicating that the question was indeed a strategic jab at Ice's perceived lack of entertainment value. And I ain't wrong. Now, despite the fans' criticism, right, we ain't going to kick Ice back in. Often he throws subtle jabs and contributes to the dynamic tension on the show. Just like in this episode, his comments about EMANNY and Melissa hint to underlying rivalry. You know what I'm saying? He be throwing little jabs in there, and that adds layers, to the interactions in the pod, and it keeps the audience on their toes. The pod, they always reveal the complex relationships amongst themselves, and they do it so we're able to dissect what's going on. Ish, on the other hand, might be experiencing a different kind of tension. EMANNY been on a pod, but he been doing this thing. He been the guy for Melissa. It was Ish at one time. Ish could be feeling some type of way that EMANNY kind of overshadowing him. I don't know. I don't know. But EMANNY doing this thing. EMANNY on the pod. He been wilding. He's interacting with the fans on the spaces. It adds different layers on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? But the Joe Budden podcast, it thrives. It still thrives. And they got good teamwork. They be sticking together. They got a lot of stuff going on. I mean, Flip just came back. He was suspended, but he's back. And he's in EMANNY's role, as Melissa's supporter, it's cool. Because right now, there's no other ladies on the pod. So I guess you have to give that other perspective. Joe's tactical questioning, it's different. He's always stirring the pot. Him and Flip just had an argument recently. That was spicy. I mean, they always got stuff going on. You know what I mean? Joe's always doing something, arguing with everybody on the pod to make it dynamic. You know what I'm saying? But these elements combined, with the rivalries and the jabs, that creates a great podcast environment, and it makes it entertaining. And it makes me come back with the files.
My guy Dub too. That's my man though.
Gang gang.
That's my man, Big Dub.